I'm back after another very long break. I know, bear with me, I'm shy. And also last year was just probably one of the busiest years. I actually ended up going back to clinical medicine last year after taking like a 2-year break. So I ended up just kind of being in a study mode for a big part of the year. I also lost my dog, my little bestie. So I was also a little bit sad for a huge part of the year. So anyways, I took a little break, but now I'm back and I really want to make 2026 the year where I become consistent with my videos, and also the year where I kind of changed the direction of my channel. So in the past, I had pretty much the channel dedicated to what it's like being a PA in different specialties. Then I kind of transitioned to wellness because that's where I was in my life. I had taken a break from medicine. I wanted to meditate and do like meditation circles, and that's still a big part of my life. But now that I'm back in the clinic, I want to integrate all parts of myself. So I want this channel to be more like a personal hangout space, or like a vlog or something where I can just share my life with you. So come along, you're in for a treat. Today is a beautiful cozy day. It's snowy outside, everything is white. I'm gonna show you a view from my window, but I figured I'm home, might as well get this channel restarted. So let's start with an update, shall we? Last year, around the time I published my last video, I was looking for jobs and I was really nervous about it because I hadn't worked in a clinical setting in years. And that's because I started working at Curology and I was there for like 4 years where I did remote visits. We did telehealth. So it was mostly acne and like skincare, which was super cool and exciting to me at the time, but we didn't treat like anything else. And I think I lost a lot of the practice. And then I took a break from medicine. So around the time where I was looking for jobs last year, I was really nervous. I felt like I really wasn't prepared to work in clinical medicine. I felt like no one was gonna want to hire me. And the truth is, I did spend a long time applying. It took me about 6 months to find the perfect job. But in between then, I did do a few things to help me get ready to re-enter clinical practice. So I started off doing a few weekends of medical readiness exams, and these were for service members, so for the military. And so what happens is a few weekends every month, there are these huge, almost like, I don't know, clinics in like a gym of a building or in like a big wide space. There are different stations and all the service members come. They're there all day and they get their blood pressure taken, they get an eye exam, they get dental exams, and then they also get like a medical readiness exam, which is what I was doing. And basically what it was like a questionnaire for them. So that was like a really easy way for me to re-enter clinical practice. There wasn't like a medical exam component required. So I just basically became really familiar with the medical history aspect of it. And that was really helpful because, I mean, that's like the basics of being back in clinical medicine. So once I did a few shifts of that, I felt a lot more confident, at least getting a really good medical history and kind of familiarizing myself with some medical concepts and like medical conditions and medications and treatments and all of that. But after a few weekends, I felt ready to move on to the next step. And the next step was getting comfortable with doing a physical exam. And that came in the form of a job. And all of these jobs are like per diem, you know, contract positions. So it was really good because I could go at my own pace. But then I did get another job doing home health assessments. And this was a perfect job at the time because I would go into people's homes to do a physical exam. I mean, these were home health visits, like no one was dying. There were never any like high acuity cases. Everybody was like status quo, like healthy for the most part. And you know, it consisted of taking a really good history, doing like a med reconciliation, doing like a PHQ-9, which is like a psych component for depression. And then I would do a physical exam, but I didn't actually manage their medications. I didn't prescribe. I didn't do like any lab interpretation or anything like that. So that was really good because it allowed me to like gradually build up upon my skills again. So then I did that for a few months, and then I felt really comfortable once again with the history part and with the physical exam. And then it was time finally to go back to a clinic. Like I felt ready and I wanted that. I was actually getting a little bored of just doing like physicals and med reconciliations and stuff, but not actually counseling patients in the way that I wanted to. So then this awesome opportunity came around and I landed a job at a weight loss clinic, and that's where I am now still, and it's been so amazing. And it was like the natural next step too, because you know, this is like an actual clinic, like we're doing it all, history, exam, but we're prescribing, we're managing weight loss medications, but we get to stay in our lane, which is weight loss. And even though we do interpret lab values and we draw lipid panels and we get to see like, you know, a lot of people with comorbidities like diabetes and high cholesterol and heart disease and all of this stuff, we don't actually manage those conditions, which is for me really, really helpful. So it's really allowed me to ease into full clinical practice, but just at the right amount. And it's both challenging and very manageable for a returning PA into the field, or just a returning clinician. I've learned a lot, obviously, about like all these weight loss meds that are like super popular right now, but also just about taking care of our bodies and how to eat healthy, how to nourish our bodies, how to have a diet where you can lose weight, how to have a diet where you're maintaining your weight. Like that part of it is actually more exciting to me than the actual medical part. Like the medications, the pharmaceutical part is awesome. It's such a great tool, and I'm so glad that there are these pharmaceuticals that are helping people in so many ways, not just to lose weight, honestly, but helping people with their cardiovascular health, helping people like, you know, avoid a diabetes diagnosis or even improve their diabetes so much that they end up in a way reversing it and like stop needing insulin. It's amazing. And but also I just think for me the most exciting part is the nutrition part and the lifestyle change part. Oops, my little tripod just fell. But yeah, the lifestyle change aspect of it, and just witnessing what it takes for us to change our lifestyle habits, what good counseling looks like, what accountability looks like. So it's been really cool. Definitely something that I would love to share here at some point. So that is it for me career-wise. That is just a little intro that I'm starting out with. When I come back, make future videos, hopefully they'll be a little bit more integrative and it can give you a glimpse into everyday life for me. I also do plan to continue doing like meditation circles and maybe sharing those on YouTube. So if you are into the hippy dippy meditation and magic stuff that I am into, then you'll enjoy them. If not, then don't worry, there's still going to be other content in this channel. But I would love to know how you are, who you are. I'm restarting this channel, really. So this is like a whole new thing. So welcome. Okay, I will be back. I hope that you're having also a cozy day, whether it's snowy for you or not. And yeah, bye.